If marriage is more spiritual than physical, why do we have more divorced pastors than divorced traditionalists? If you're asking, can believers date? The answer is yes. We are going to be using logic more than scriptures. In the whole of the scriptures, courtship and dating was not captured. Because it's not captured anywhere in the scripture, we cannot use it as a base. We judge it. If you check everybody that got married in the Bible, there was no dating. Abraham had no dating. Isaac, you already know how it. Jacob did not date. He would check Samson. When Samson wanted to marry, he went there with his family and said, I'll see somebody I want to marry. You understand? So there was no time for let's date or let's do things.
We have been told that marriage is more of spiritual than physical.
No, now. If marriage is more spiritual than physical, why do we have more divorced pastors than divorced traditionalists?
Welcome to Love Forge, where we discuss everything marriage and relationship. Okay, and today we have something very, very amazing to talk about. We want to discuss the concept of dating and courtship. Okay, where some people are saying, should we, shall we, shashan't we, and the rest of them. So today we are going to discuss about it. And once again, today I have here with me in the studio my wonderful friend and a pastor, a man of God, Rabbi Benjamin, who will be joining me today to talk about this wonderful topic. Rabbi Benjamin, thank you. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of what we are doing here. All right, so today, Rabbi, we want to talk about these two brothers called dating and courtship. Okay, so over times, I have received a lot of questions about dating and courtship.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of arguments, especially from the part of believers, Christians. Some parties will tell you that Christians ought not to date, that we ought to court. Some parties will tell you that it is dating first, then to courtship. Okay. Some people will tell you that it is only courtship, and the rest of them. So all manner of confusions and the opinions everywhere. So today I want us to discuss about these two brothers, to know how we are supposed to manage them as believers, because the truth about it is that if we must marry, then we must have some premarital experience and relationship that will lead to the marriage itself. I so much believe in that. So the question now is, how are we supposed to do it as believers to make sure we are not doing it in error? Okay. So that is what we want to discuss today. And I think we should start from seeing or trying to explain or define these two brothers on their own, which is trying to know what dating means, maybe to the body of Christ or generally, and also trying to find out what courtship means to the body of Christ or generally, so that we'll be able to say, okay, this is this, and this is where we ought to stand as believers. So I think we will start with dating, sir. From your own view, what do you think this young man called dating is all about?
Dating. First of all, I told you this very topic, I'm going to start it with a disclaimer.
Okay.
What I'm about to, and everything I'll be saying this evening, is not a religious-based doctrine. So I'm giving my opinion based on my own level of revelation and understanding.
Okay.
And today, actually, we are going to be using logic.
Okay.
More than scriptures.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. And the reason for that is because in the whole of the scriptures, courtship and dating was not captured.
Yes, it never existed anywhere. Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So because it's not captured anywhere in the scripture, we cannot use it as a base to judge it. Do you understand? Whether you're a Christian or not a Christian, but now, especially believers, but now we'll use the Bible now to judge the activities of the action is
okay.
Okay. Yes, she is the Bible to judge dating.
Yes, that mean dating and courtship
Yeah.
as social practices.
Exactly.
Okay, but then we discussing it as believers, we now use Bible to view the social activities called dating
Exactly.
and courtship. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now, as for dating, to me, dating comes first
Okay.
before courtship.
Okay.
Because even when you check the normal English definition of dating,
Okay.
you understand, it talks more about people getting to know each other.
Other. Okay.
The first stage of attraction.
Okay.
You understand? The first stage of getting to develop feelings or trying to know something about the next person
Okay.
is dating. If you look at the word itself, dating, if you remove the ing at the end, it's date,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
meaning a beginning time, time, a specific, it's like a specification where something started. You understand? So you just saw somebody, you realize that I am attracted to this person, and now you begin to want to know the person. You understand? So that is dating for me.
Okay. Okay. So, from your own point of view, should we also define what courtship is so that we'll be able to see the relationship between courtship and dating?
Okay. Now, in courtship now,
Okay.
like I said, dating will come before courtship.
Okay.
Because you've just gotten attracted to the person.
Okay.
You just all of a sudden begin to like the company of the person.
Okay.
Now, courtship now is where it now goes beyond you and the person.
Okay.
Dating is more like between you and the person.
Okay.
But courtship goes beyond you and the person, because now let's take the two words. We have here court,
Okay.
and then we'll have the ship. So now let's define this thing by the two words.
Okay.
Court is a place where judgment, argument, review is done. And at the end of the day, a verdict is passed.
Conclusion.
You understand?
Okay.
Then a ship is something we know that it always goes slow and steady. It's sailing to a particular destination.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So now when you put these two words together now, it's trying to make you understand. You know, sometimes words explain the reality of something. Okay? You understand?
Yeah.
Words explain the reality of what they are trying to describe with that particular word.
Yes.
So now, when it comes to courtship, in courtship now, you and the person have already made up your mind that you want to get married.
Okay.
You understand? It's now a marriage process.
Okay.
At this point now, you begin to seek counsel.
Okay.
At this point now, maybe your pastor will come in, your father will come in. You understand? This is the stage where you now conclude, yes, I'm going to settle with this person. So that decision may come slow. You understand?
Okay.
But you already know where it is heading to, because there is a destination.
So at the point of courtship, the relationship and the destination of the relationship
As
is
zone.
certain
Yes.
to both the male and the female, in the relationship.
Yes. But
But in dating, is yet to be decided.
yes.
They are trying to understand and to help them make decision
Exactly.
if we will go.
Or we know go. And this one now are just between the two of.
Okay, and this one is between the two of them.
Exactly.
If like in courtship, accountability comes in,
Exactly.
and the rest of them. Okay, so I don't think there will be need for us to consider, but for the sake of throwing more light, can we see maybe one or two differences between dating and courtship?
The two differences between.
If we can get one or two differences between dating and courtship that differentiate the two of them. Why I want us to see a way of highlighting the differences is because it has been a source of argument. Okay, it has been something that people have argued over and over again. In one of the comments I received yesterday, the person said that dating and courtship is the same thing, just that it depends on the mentality of the people inside.
Okay.
So I don't know if there is any outstanding difference between dating and courtship.
All right. Now, do you know? Let's go back again to what I said earlier. Do you know that there is nothing like engagement in the Bible?
Okay.
You know, today now, when you made your intention known to somebody that you want to marry the person.
Okay.
The next thing is that the person begin to expect an engagement ring.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
That can only happen in courtship,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Okay.
Now, you can decide to take somebody out on a date.
Okay.
Somebody that you've not even know the person from anywhere,
Okay.
right? You just saw in church today or in a social gathering
Okay.
today. You kind of maybe like feel attracted to the person. You want to know more about the person. You choose to take the person out on a date.
Okay.
You understand? So that is just the basic example. Okay, dating is just nothing attached.
Okay.
Yes.
So what you are saying now is that it is possible, or it is in the place of dating to exist between strangers
Yes.
who have not known each other,
Yes.
who may even be meeting each other for the first time.
Exactly.
But in the place of courtship, there must have been a relationship
Exactly.
that have existed
Yes.
before the transformation to courtship.
Exactly.
Okay, so I think then, drawing from what you said the other time, I think another difference that may exist between dating and courtship, according to what you said before, is accountability. Because you said that when it comes to courtship, you become accountable to church leaders, to parents,
Exactly.
to faculties, to people you respect.
Yeah.
But in dating, it is just between the two persons, and they can decide to keep it secret for how long they want to keep it secret.
Yes.
Okay. And then I think the another difference I can pick from what you said before is definition of destination. You said that when it comes to courtship, that the destination is already defined.
Yes.
But when it comes to dating can exist without any direction, without any destination.
No.
Okay, so what dating helps to do is that it helps you to take decision on the direction you want to follow,
Exactly.
whether to go further or to go backward.
Whether you want to go towards courtship or you just want to be flexing
Okay. So I think these three differences can also work out. Now to the main question of the day.
Okay.
Can believers date? Is it right for believers to date?
Can
Believers
date?
or should believers date?
Okay. Or should
Believers date?
These are really two different and difficult questions. One is can they date?
Yes.
Now the other one is should they even
Yes.
date?
The two of them, the two questions was carefully selected because why it's close to that is that when we talk about can, you are simply talking about is there possibilities
Yes.
that believers can date?
But when you
But when we say should, is it allowed? Is it allowed for believers to date? So I think we should start from can believers date?
Okay.
Yes. Is there possibility that believers date? Is there possibility that maybe two people who are getting married today, who we are rubbing today in the church, that they dated before getting to the point of marriage? So can believers actually date?
Okay. Well, like I said, we are going to be judging this by a moral and societal standard, right?
Okay.
Because we can't judge it by the scripture.
Okay.
If you want to relate this thing to the scripture now, your basis will be very shallow.
Okay.
Because what scripture said was direct.
Okay.
For this reason shall a man leave his father
And his
and
man
his mother and cleave to a woman, and the two of them shall become one. So there is nothing the Bible, and if you check everybody that got married in the Bible, there was no dating.
Okay.
Abraham had no dating.
Okay.
Isaac, you already know how it happened.
Yes.
The servant just went straight, got somebody else that this is your wife.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah.
Jacob did not date. He worked for the man, and they gave him a wife.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So all of them, check Samson. When Samson wanted to marry, he went there with his family and say, I've seen somebody I want to marry. You understand?
Okay.
So there was no time for let's date or let's do this. So now, if you're asking, can believers date? The answer is yes.
Okay.
Because like if we following by our definition earlier, dating is all about trying to know somebody you don't know before.
Okay.
You understand? I saw you today, I felt this trigger in my heart, so I want to know you.
Okay.
You were dating. Okay. The problem is that in the time of dating
Yeah.
is when many immorality
Okay.
and carelessness happen, because at this time no destination,
No account.
no accountability.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
This is where the problem happen. That's why it's somehow complicated, but a Christian, a believer can date.
Okay. Okay. So what we are saying is that a Christian that is sound can date a sound Christian
Yes.
if the two of them knows that they can maintain purity in the process of dating.
Let's leave that side of purity or truth. We will get there. Until you understand. But for now, we know that whether you are a Christian or not a Christian, whether a Christian brother and a non-believer,
Okay.
can date. Okay. Whether a Christian and a Christian can date.
This is a striking one. Oh.
Yes.
Christian and
non-believer
unbeliever,
can date.
they can date.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to know this person. You don't, before you know that this person is not a believer,
Okay.
you date now.
Okay.
But have taken the person out,
Make some empire.
make some inquiry.
Ask Christian.
Here for you understand. So you now know that you are not a believer to start.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So believers can date.
Yes.
Then to the second one, should believers date?
Okay.
Now, I want to say something about this particular question, should believers date?
Okay.
You know, our Romans tell us that when we come here on Love Falls, one of the things we do that we share our own view. Considering the fact that we are coming from different denominations and different doctrines, we are expected to take every view you get from this place down to your own denomination and balance it with your own denomination.
Exactly.
Okay. So whatever we are saying here, for the fact that we are coming from different denominations, you are advised to view it through the lens of your own denomination, so that you won't go and cause problem in your own denomination because of what you heard outside.
Yeah.
So when I'm asking the question, should believers date? The reason why I'm asking this question is for those one of us out there who wants to actually gain understanding. It's one thing for you to understand a concept, and it's another thing for that understanding to be approved and accepted in your own doctrine.
Okay.
So you can actually have understanding about something you cannot practice because it is not accepted within your own area. Okay, so the purpose of should believers date, the purpose of can believers date, and the purpose of this discussion is to enlighten our understanding. So back to the question now, should believers date?
Okay, now should believers date? Yes, believers should date.
Believers should date us.
Time has changed.
Okay.
Use yourself as an example.
Okay.
Imagine waking up one morning and your mother brings somebody you don't know from anywhere and say, right, I have looked at this girl, I have checked her out, she's sound and she's from our lineage, meaning you should not be afraid of any strange things to happen in the future. Strange, you understand? So this is your wife and you just accept her. She will not question your character, you will not question her character, and the both of you begins to live happily. Do you think that will possibly be general?
It's very, very difficult. It is very, very difficult.
Believers should date. Now, as believers now,
Yes.
we now know that the problem is not with the dating.
Okay.
The problem should be with our soundness in our beliefs. So no, the dating is not the problem.
Okay.
Now we
Now we be the problem.
So as a believing brother, if you meet a believing sister, the two of you should date within the context of your faith. If an unbelieving brother or a believing brother or a believing sister meets an unbelieving brother or an unbelieving sister, you as the brother, the believer now, should exercise your faith in that dating. So at the end of the day, two things will happen. Like Paul said, it's either you win the person over with your standard. You understand?
Yeah.
But if it gets to the point where the person will have to steal you away from what you believe, you can now let go.
The problem is not with dating. The problem is with we.
That is dating.
So believers can date.
Yes.
And believers should date.
This as a matter of importance.
Okay, so I think one of the other questions I would like to ask is, how long should dating last? Or is there any specific duration or range that dating should last before you migrate to courtship? And is there how long or any specific duration courtship should last before you take it over to engagement proper?
In truth, in all honesty, your ability to assess things is different from mine.
Okay.
So some things may take you a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to come to a conclusion.
Okay.
Then it may take me 1 month or 2 months
To come
to the same conclusion.
Okay.
Why a believer should should date within the context of the faith is that it will help you to make clearer decisions easily. Why? Because you will have less distraction.
Okay.
If you date, the way I see it, if you date without the context of faith, you understand, of your belief system in it, you are going to have too many distractions, and those distractions will now affect your
decision making. Okay.
The distraction may even carry you for 1 year.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that we don't have any fixed duration for dating and courtship.
Yes.
Okay, because I've seen people saying courtship should not be more than 3 months, courtship should not be more than 4 months, dating should not be more than 4 months, this one should not be more than 3 months. If the boy is keeping you more than 1 year, that is imprisonment. If the man is keeping, whether the man have the money or not, if the man is keeping you more than 1 year and 6 months, the man is deceiving you, the man is playing with you, I'm not going to serve. So that's the reason why I'm asking, is there any duration for these two brothers?
Let me tell you the truth, Let me tell you the truth. People don't understand these things. That is the problem.
Okay.
You want to start a journey of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And you think 2 years or 3 years is too long
for you to
make sure you are making a right decision.
I think where this thing is coming from is because in this kingdom, we have also been told that it is not in our place to check out who we want to marry. It's not in our place to assess the person. It's not in our place to watch the person. It's not in our place to observe the person. That it is God who brings the person to us. It is God who appoints the person to us. It is God who directs us to the person. And we don't know more than God. So in a situation whereby it is God who is telling you that Angelina is your wife, what are you still dating for? What are you still courting for? I talk more of you taking a month or 2 months to do the dating and the courtship. So it's now as if you want to date or if you want to court, we are becoming logic and you are doubting the voice that told you that person is your wife or your husband.
Now let me tell you, that thing, I will not want to say it is a lie, because if I say that, I might call some people liars.
Liars.
But I want to say that it is not a sound teaching.
Okay.
and it is not acceptable.
Okay.
It is not a balanced theology. In fact, it's not a balanced teaching. Because, like I said, you must have a basis.
Yeah.
And if the basis is the Bible, you go back to the Bible and look at how people married in the Bible.
You know, where we are having, one of the places we are having this problem for is that we have been told that marriage is more of spiritual than physical.
No, now.
So I think that's where we are having the problem.
If marriage is more spiritual than physical, why do we have more divorced pastors than divorced traditionalists? Now go back to the Bible, my brother. Look at Abraham.
Okay.
Who did Abraham marry?
Sarah.
His sister. They are related.
Yeah.
Look at the pattern of marriage in the whole of the Old Testament. People marry within the cycle of their family.
Yeah.
You get why?
Okay. Okay.
Abraham said to his servant, go out to my female last years in my people. Why? Because their character has been examined. You know your people.
We know how we behave.
You understand? We understand the same thing.
No, nothing like being afraid of particular
Exactly.
culture, a different, even a strange God tribe.
Yes. And do you know why? In this generation now, let's bring it to the days of our fathers. Why? Because somebody will be like, but our fathers don't date for 1 year or 2 years before they get married. Now let me tell you what they do. Somebody that will marry this lady, for instance, must have the family have been watching this lady for years.
Yes.
That's why before now, if you run to marry and you go back, you tell your mother you want to marry. Your mother will say, I know one lady, the daughter of so person. Check her out. Are you seeing it now?
Yeah.
Check this one out. You now, we go. Why will she tell you this? She have known that young girl from when she was born.
Yeah.
She have looked at her character. Sometimes they will dash the girl things. Tell her one of the day, one of my sons will marry. You think they are monitoring. The same with the guys.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
And during their time, they pay attention to history.
exactly.
Who is the person's father if he's from the man? Who is this guy's father? Who is this guy's grandfather? If it's from there, they would ask you who is the lady's mother. And most times I've also heard that even when you want to marry outside your circle during those times, that they used to go to the village and the other person to go and ask dangerous questions about their background, about what they have within them, as maybe their character, their attitude, the type of people they are. So I think, okay. So what you are trying to say now is that, because I said before, I think that one of the reasons why it seems as if we are having problem with this dating and courtship is because some believers are beginning to see that it is we being carnal and not being obedient to the instruction of God when it comes to God directing us to who we ought to marry.
If it is like that, Abraham would have told his servant, make sure that my son fasts for 7 days and night to find a wife. Are you getting me? Jacob, and why I focus on this, because they are the patriarchs of this whole Christianity thing. Now, if Jacob imagine they gave him the first one,
and you know, funny enough, I'm not sure that there is anybody in the Bible that prayed to God for direction of who to marry.
Nobody now. The only person that God showed who to marry was Isaiah. And that was not because it is not for him to marry the person normally, because God wanted to bring out something. You know, in those days, God used dramatical reality expression to pass a message. He said to Isaiah, go and marry the prophetess. Go and sleep with the prophetess and give birth to children. And he gave them name and then said something about those children. He said, before this child will learn to call father and mother, that this is what will happen in Israel. This is because God wanted to bring out
To
something
demonstrate something.
from it, not that it's a pattern for,
And not even that they prayed to God.
not even that who to marry or who to marry. So now, as you are now, let's not remove the fact that maybe for some reasons, depending on the agenda and the plan of God for your life and destiny, God might make you that you are going to church today, you just see somebody and the Spirit or God will minister to you, this is your wife.
Yeah.
That does not mean that it is so for every other person.
Okay. So there is no specific timing for dating and courtship.
Yes.
All right. So I think before we call it a day, because this one is not going to be a very long session now, who is qualified to court? When I mean who is qualified to court, what should be the age brackets, mental capacity, spiritual capacity? Why I'm asking is because I've also heard pastors, when I mean pastors, I mean strong pastors, highly respected ones, telling you level you must get to spiritually before you think about marriage and courtship. Some of them will tell us if you cannot pray for 8 hours, if you cannot pray for 8 hours, you shouldn't even think about marriage, relationship, or courtship. So that if you cannot sit down and study your Bible for 12 hours, for 3 hours, for 4 hours, we have these measurements of spiritual attainment that you must get to before you be qualified for you to think about marriage. The reason why I'm bringing it down into Christianity is not because I want to cajole what we are doing as Christians. It's not because I want to make fun of what we are doing as Christians, but because we are Christians and these things is happening among us. Okay, and a lot of us, we are holding it very, very strong. Because I noticed something that in Christianity, we know how to make another man's encounter with God a pattern for everybody.
Yeah.
When somebody have an encounter with God and teaches his encounter with God, other people will make that encounter pattern and doctrine on how things should be done. Okay, so I've heard it over and over again. It's because I don't know how to tag men of God or cut men of God statement and videos to mix up those things. I've heard it from different respected men of God that if you can't pray for social donation, if you have not gotten to social donation spiritually, you are not expected to marry. So I'm asking today, what is the qualification or who is qualified to court? Because I say who is qualified to court is because who is courted is also when you are expecting her to get married. So that's why I'm asking who is qualified for courtship.
Now, let me show you something in Mark chapter 7 and verse 7.
Okay.
Right? Because this time now, let's touch the Bible. Okay. Now, Mark 7 and verse 7, You say, how be it?
Okay.
In vain do they worship me,
Okay.
teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. There are many people that spoke in the Bible,
Yeah.
right? Angels spoke in the Bible.
Okay.
God spoke in the Bible.
Okay.
Men spoke in the Bible.
Okay.
Animals spoke in the Bible.
Okay.
Demons spoke in the Bible.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So there is such thing as doctrine of men. And when we talk about doctrine of men, if some of these preachers do not teach it as doctrine of men, that's where they lay burdens upon innocent Christians. And now whenever they have a shaking, they become insecure because they feel like because we have not met this criteria, that's why we are having problems. So it will make them to be looking in a wrong direction. So in my own experience and understanding, there is no level like hours of prayer.
Okay.
Or hours of intimacy with God.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
If it is so, people who are unbelievers will never have a successful life. Know the basic things. the most important thing you need before getting to that decision that I am now ready to marry. Sir, when there is a will, there is a
way, yeah.
If you are ready to marry, and another person is ready to marry, not if you want to marry. Understand my words?
Yes, yes.
Not if you want to marry,
Yes.
and you see somebody who wants to marry.
Yes.
If you are ready to marry,
Yes.
and you need someone who is ready to marry, even both of you can build the hours of prayer, even if there is something like that.
Yes.
Are you getting me? Yeah, whether there is something as now that there is nothing like hours of prayer, your readiness, your ability to provide for that marriage, for that union, for that home you want to enter, and your ability to withstand, the stamina to withstand the pressure that comes from it, I think is the most important thing. You know, we talk about this and people don't understand. You mean stamina? You don't see how it? That's it, I don't about it, huh? You mean stamina. It will push you, it will shake you, it will turn your life and everything upside down.
Like I still listen now. I might now. This one is
Take up one day, you say, how did I get myself in this mess? The spirit will begin this which is since I entered this thing that my life turned upside down. Everything will paint a picture for you to know that this particular decision you made to get married and this person you marry is your whole problem. That the day you remove that person, your problem will be solved. So if there is no stamina, sir. So I don't know how you develop your own stamina. There are people that develop stamina by reading, by acquiring a lot of wisdom, by taking counsels. Some get by praying.
Yeah.
But you not tell me it's by praying for 8 hours, or for 1 hour, or for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So just know these things: stamina, readiness, and then ability to provide. You have
So once you have the stamina could be spiritually, emotionally, mentally.
exactly.
You have the stamina, readiness,
Yes.
then the ability to provide.
Well, the way you talk about this readiness now, we're not talking about the sacrifice that comes with it.
Yeah.
You don't need stamina to do sacrifice.
Yeah.
Now the willingness, the readiness to pay the price, to stay here, to do this thing.
Yeah.
If it is in both sides, you go walk. If it is one-sided, it is all it is.
Things fall apart. Okay, if you have followed to this point, I want to remind you, I would like us to have a recap of where we have been coming from. What is dating? What is courtship? The difference and similarities between dating and courtship. You have also considered can believers date. You have also considered should believers date. We've considered how long should dating and courtship exist. And we have also talked about who is qualified to date. Now, there is this particular thing I want to address also because I've heard people talk about it over and over again, especially when it comes to this issue of dating and courtship. And that is what happened in the Bible, the book of Matthew, recorded in Matthew chapter 1, the book of Luke, recorded in Luke chapter 1 also, which was the visitation of Virgin Mary, when the angel of God visited her to tell her that she carries a child. That she's going to carry a child, she's going to conceive and carry a child. And you know that Bible told us that after Mary's encounter with the angel, Joseph discovered that Mary is now pregnant. And Bible said he thought in his heart on how to divorce secretly. Okay, before the angel of God now came to Joseph. Now, why I'm using these words is because if we we don't pay attention to what actually happened here, we can give it all manner of interpretation. Okay, Bible said that when Joseph discovered, he thought in his heart how to divorce Mary secretly. Then the angel of God came to Joseph to tell Joseph to go ahead and marry Mary.
Okay.
So when we consider the statement of the angel of God and the first introduction of how Bible introduced whom the angel went to meet, when the angel went to meet men. Okay, I think it would be even nice we read it. That should be, I love how Luke captured it in Luke chapter 1 verse 27.
Okay.
So Luke chapter 1 verse 27 said, to a virgin who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Another translation said, he had a message for a young woman promised in marriage to a man named Joseph. Promised in marriage to a man named Joseph. So if you now read down again, when the angel now came to Joseph to ask Joseph to continue with the process, because what the angel told Joseph is to go ahead and marry Mary. But what Joseph thought in his heart was to divorce Mary. So how do you divorce who cannot have marriage?
No.
Okay, so I think there is need, though I have the answer I gave to the person that day, because I told the person that first thing first, when we want to discuss Bible, sometimes it's also important that we go back to that era, what is actually in vogue during their own time. So during my studies, I took time to research about this particular story now, and I discovered that during their own time, they have a separate means of engagement. Their own means of engagement is different from what we do now. Their own system of engagement is that when you see somebody you want to marry, you go with your family to the family of the person. And if the marriage is accepted by both family, you pay that person's bride price or dowry at that time. And after paying it, you go your way while the girl remains with her parents. This thing can last for at least 1 year before the two of you will now be announced to the public that you are married. So in the space of that 1 year, you can also decide to change your mind if you want to continue or not. So why I'm explaining this is because this is my own view about what happened between Joseph and Mary. And I think if you look at the book of 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 14, that thing also happened there. When Bible said, then David sent messengers to Saul's son and said to him, give me my wife, Michal. He demanded. I became engaged to her at the cost of 100 Philistine shekels. Okay, so I became engaged to her, not just with mouths, not with a ring, but I have paid something, even when I'm not living with her, even when I have not received her to my own home. So I don't know if you have a different view to what happened between Mary and Joseph, because I have heard so many people saying that they are in this relationship, they are in an intimate relationship.
Okay, well, in this very one, you don't need to look far. You understand? You don't need to look far. And the reason why I don't need to look far is still the reason why I tell people that we are not discussing that topic today, but we'll discuss it. You can't run away from it. That Igbos
Yes.
have a direct connection with God.
Yes.
Without Christianity.
Yes.
You understand?
I think the Igbo's culture is the closest to God.
Exactly, very close.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the way it is done in Igbo tradition,
Okay.
There is what is called betrothed, to betroth somebody.
Yes.
And it's not just for 1 year.
Okay.
You can, a family that is very close or that have 1 or 2 things going on can decide that my son will get married to your daughter
Okay.
without the knowledge of the son or the daughter. You understand?
Okay.
This is for a family legacy or something to go on. Even part of China does it too.
Yes.
You understand? So when they do this thing, now, whether the lady is in America and the man is in Kafanchan, the lady will not marry, the man
will not marry. Okay.
and when the time comes, they will now come together and get married. Most of the time, this thing is done below 18 years. So when they are now ripe for marriage, they will now bring them to their husband. Even some family, while the child is growing up, they begin to make you understand that, see that place you are going, see who you are getting married to, you know. So even the woman who will be calling you our wife, giving you things, going to market, buying you clothes. This is the exact thing that happened. Mary, if you look at that verse 27, it says espouse. You know, I told you something the last time I was here. Bible, the people that translated this Bible look for close words. Many of them are not exact words. And if they can go back, now that we have many words coming out, if they can go back to read the Bible, many words will still change. You understand? So like that place that is said that Joseph went to secretly divorce. The word there would not have been, like if they translate Bible again in this generation, it will no longer be divorce.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
It will no longer be divorce. It will be, even some translations say that he sought a way to put her away.
Yeah.
So they did not use divorce in that one. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
They used to put her away. So showing you that they are not yet married.
Yeah.
It was just a betrothment. This person will be your wife. So he's planning for them to officially get married before the issue of Jesus came in.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much, Rabbi. I think we'll be stopping here for today.
Okay.
So viewers out there, if you have questions to ask, please do well to drop your question in the comment section. I will pick all the questions and then I will arrange them, and we will have Rabbi again on the show to do justice to those questions.
Yeah.
Remember, if you are yet to subscribe and follow us, you can also follow Rabbi. I'm going to drop his handle also on the screen, so you can also follow him on his own personal page. If you are yet to follow us or to subscribe to our channel here, please also do that and make sure you share this video. See you in our next episode. This is Love Forge, where we discuss everything relationship and marriage. And let me say this also, if there is any aspect of this relationship and marriage that you want us to discuss, then also drop it in the comment section. We'll discuss it. Our next episode, the things you should expect, we are going to talk about the effects of confession in relationship and marriage. Some persons have damaged their marriage because of confession.
Yeah.
And the most shocking part of it is that what they confessed about, their spouse didn't know about it. But because of out of innocence, because they want to be free from the guilt, they use their hand, go do the confession, where scatter their marriage. So in our next video, we have a lot of things.
That one is painful.
We have a lot of things in the pipeline for you. So just make sure we are following so that you always get our updates whenever we upload videos. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.